In this lecture, we are going to learn how to download and install Python on a Windows computer so that we can be able to create Python programs on the Windows computer. Now, basically, we can do everything on the Linux machine that we have been using so far for our Python scripting. We can create our programs and using a particular program called Wine. This Wine program, Wine application, will enable us to create programs that are Python programs that are targeted to run on a Windows computer. So we can basically create our programs on the Linux machine and then package it into a Windows executable using Wine, and then come and run it on the Windows machine. However, it is always advisable to create and package programs on the same machines that you are targeting to run those programs on. All right, so in essence, what I'm trying to say is that if you are targeting to run your programs on a Windows 10 computer 64-bit machine, now it is better for you to find Windows 10 machines 64-bit and package those programs on computer Windows 10 64-bit machine, since you are targeting to run that Python executable on a Windows 10 machine 64-bit architecture. All right, so basically we can do everything on the Linux computer, and once we also package the programs, we can run it on any Windows computer, even if that Windows computer does not have Python installed. So running Python programs, having Python installed on your Windows computer is not it's not a requirement to run Python programs. So once we package our Python programs, we can basically run it on any computer, even if that computer doesn't have Python installed on the computer. All right, so now to install Python, the latest version of Python, all you have to do, make sure you come to this URL, https://www.python.org/downloads. all right, and then when you come down over, scroll down to the bottom of the page, then you are going to see the latest releases of the Python 3 versions that has been recently released. So we can see that the latest release is Python 3.8.5, which has been released on July 20th, 2020. All right, so we are not going to click on this download here because we want to be able to download the right Python that is having the same architecture as our computer. I'm using 64-bit machine, so I'm going to download Python 3.8.5 that is meant for 64-bit computers. So all I have to do, I'll just come and click this Python 3.8.5 here, and then it will take me to the page where I can see the various versions of the Python that I can install. I can see Python 32, Python that is meant to run on 32-bit computers, and Python that is meant to run on 64-bit systems. So I'll just go down here, scroll to the bottom of the page. Okay, let me scroll down. Okay, so once you scroll down here, you can see the various releases of the Python 3.8.5 which we have selected, and you can see Python executable installer at x86. This is meant for computers that are having 32-bit operating systems. So since I'm using Windows 64-bit operating system, I'm going to select Windows x86 64 executable installer. You can see it is meant for AMD 64. It is basically meant for 64-bit operating system. So I'll click on this to download the executable installer for my Windows 64-bit operating system. So I'll select save file. Now this will download the Python on my computer, and then I can click on it to install it on the Windows 10 machine. So I'm going to pause the video. When this has fully installed, then we can proceed to click on it and install it on the Windows computer. All right, so as you can see, the Python 3.8.5 has successfully we have successfully downloaded it on the Windows 10 machine. So I'll just go over to my download directory, and then I'll right click on it to install it on the Windows 10 computer. All right, so I'm here on the downloads directory. So I'll just come here over here, right click on it, and then I'll select run as administrator. All right, I'll select run to run it. I'll select yes. Okay, so I'm here. I will select add. Make sure you tick on this box, add Python 3.8 to path, so that we can be able to easily access it from the command prompt without going to manually add it to the path on the computer. So select this, add Python 3.8 to path, and then click on install now. So you select and click on install now. So this will proceed to install the Python 3.8 64-bit on our computer system. Alright, so we have successfully installed Python 3.8.5 on the Windows machine. Now down below we can see something like disable path length limit, and according to what I have searched on Google, now it is recommended that we should disable the path length limit for Python, so that if Python was installed in a directory that has characters that exceeded the 260 character limit, we might face issues when we wants to run Python. So we just click on it to make sure that we disable the path length limit for Python. All right. So now we can close. We have successfully installed Python. All right. So now, since we have installed Python, we can go to the command prompt and see whether since we have also added it to the path, then that means we can be able to run it from the command prompt. So I'll just come to the command prompt here, and I'm going to type Python, and then hit enter. So perfect. As you can see, we have our Python 3.8.5 installed on the Windows computer, and we can even attempt running something. Hello world, and then string, close the string, and then hit enter, print hello world. So perfect. So we can see we have successfully installed Windows 3.8.5 on computer, on Windows 10 computer. So to exit, we just enter the command exit as a function, hit enter. So this will exit us from the Python interpreter. All right, so now that we have successfully installed our Python 3.8.5 on the Windows 10 machine, now we need a text editor that we can use to create programs, Python programs on the Windows 10 computer. So we have been using Sublime Text 3 on the Linux machine, though there is also Sublime Text editor on Windows that is available for Windows computers as well. But I love using a text editor called Notepad++ on Windows computer. But if you prefer using the Sublime Text editor, no problem. You can download the Sublime Text 3 editor for Windows and then install it on the Windows computer. But in this tutorial, we are going to in this lecture, we are going to install Notepad++, which is also a very light text editor available on Windows. So we search for Notepad++ and then proceed to download and install it on the Windows computer. And we click on the first search result, download Notepad++. We click on it. Alright, so we are on the Notepad++ download page. Now we click on the Notepad 7.8.9, which is the latest Notepad release. But click on it to download the Notepad++ text editor. Alright, now here we can download either the 64-bit or the 32-bit version, depending on the computer that we are using. Alright, since I'm using 64-bit operating system, so I will download the 64-bit installer. So I'll just click on here. This will proceed to download the 64-bit installer for me. Alright, so I'll click on save. You can see it's very light, 3.9 MB. So I'll click on it to save it on my computer. Alright, it's successfully downloaded. Then I will navigate to my download directory, which I have already opened. I'll go there and then alright, so I'll go to the downloads. Then I can right click on it and also install it, just as I will install any other Windows application. Run as administrator. Click on run and click on yes. I want to install Notepad++ installer. Alright, select English, default language, select English, click OK. Okay, so we click on next. Okay, so we agree with the license agreement. Just click on next. Okay, create a shortcut on desktop. I want to have a test shortcut on desktop. Click on install, next. This will proceed to install the Notepad++ installer on the Windows computer. Okay, perfect. So we have installed the Notepad++ has successfully installed on our Windows computer. So I'll click on finish and also run. It will open the Notepad++. Click on finish. All right, so we have successfully installed Notepad++ on our Windows 10 machine.